We are back. We are back. We are back. We're back. Welcome to another episode of Creative Talk podcast. You're here with Kabraska King, Managing Director of King Creative Media, and on my right side we have
Amber King.
Is that it?
Oh, look.
You're a lot more than just
I am a lot more than just that, but every time I do say I'm the boss. But let's say I'm the co-founder and director of King Creative.
Pretty much the boss.
And we're in a kind of a new space, aren't we?
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
We're looking at trying to ramp up our content series of Creative Talk by creating a proper kind of looking studio setup. We moved a couple of things around in this space, and we've got some new lights and we've got some new signs that are coming. It's going to look pretty cool. It'll be like Vision Creative Talk Studio version 2. So what are we going to talk about today?
So today we're talking about TikTok. TikTok tips. TikTok tips.
TikTok.
Say that fast.
TikTok tips.
TikTok tips. I can't even do it.
TikTok tips. So, as you all know, social media. Actually, we ran a poll this week, or last week, I should say, on our LinkedIn page. And if you are following us on our LinkedIn page under King Creative Media, which is the company name, we run polls regularly just to find out what type of content you guys actually want us to do. So this week there was two standouts. One was to do with social media. Another one is to do with public relations, which we will do more content on that later on. But we thought we would focus on something to do with social and specifically TikTok. Why are we doing TikTok?
Because everybody's on TikTok.
Really? Is everyone?
All the young kids are. But
Us
no.
old people.
But wait, we just learned something today. It's not just the young kids.
No, it's true.
Millennials, that 18 to 25 market is the highest market in Australia.
Even I'm on TikTok.
We're not in that market.
No, I'm actually way past
Your
that
sons
market.
are in that market.
Yeah.
18 to 25.
Yeah. But the reason we're doing TikTok is we recently become agency partners with them, and this isn't a promoted video for them or their service. It's more an insight into what we've learned as an agency, which we thought you should know, whether you are another agency or a marketing director with a brand, or if you're looking at using the platform because you're sick of Facebook and YouTube and Google and all the other crap that's been around for
Instagram.
a number of years. Instagram, Pinterest. There's a whole bunch of social platforms these days. But TikTok has continued to grow. And, you know, when we first started the podcast many, many seasons ago, we're in our 4th season. Do you know that?
That was before I came on board and made it good.
Right. Yep. Anyway, so we have been talking about TikTok for a while. We've actually worked with them in a number of capacities. We work with them directly with ByteDance, who's the head of the company globally in China, and we help them launch it not just here but in multiple regions around the world. And now they've set up an office here in Sydney, which we are working with directly again to obviously give our clients the best service we can. So we're going to share with you today some of the top 3 things, or top 3 TikTok tips.
TikTok. I can't even do it. TikTok tips.
TikTok tips on what you can do on TikTok right now if you are a business or you're looking at getting started, or if you just want to know more about the platform. So let's kick it off. Let's see what we have as one of our first tips. What have we got?
First tip is think outside the box.
Think outside the box. So obviously TikTok is very different. It's a video only type platform. What does that mean? It means Instagram photos, no, you can't do them. It's all video, and quite long video as well. 60 seconds is a long time. They've just released 3 minutes as a duration period that you can create video content. Again, that's a really long time. And
It's like a mini program.
it is
About
a mini
3
program.
minutes for young kids these days.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And, you know, people are consuming that video content massively now. Think on average it's around 80 minutes a day is watched by their audience. On
How long do you spend on
Australia.
there? That's you, isn't it?
No, I'm more like 4 hours.
I know. When does anyone get any work done?
Look, I get my work done. Let's be honest about that.
On TikTok?
Otherwise, nothing would get done. Anyway, we are talking about TikTok and the tip around what we would do to do with content. So one of their biggest strengths is that it is a video platform. So thinking outside the box for us is there are so many different ways and things that you can do in order to make a product or a brand look really good with video. There's your traditional stuff, like if you have a laptop, you'll do a how-to video or a setup video, or maybe what the best features or services are, or how to use the product. All those kinds of things are still very relevant on TikTok. But there's also some really awesome creative ideas that you could do on the platform as well. You could really go out of the box and make something more comedic and fun and kind of take the piss out of your product, which is very different to like an Instagram approach, because on that platform,
everything is perfect.
you have to be beautiful. You have to be
You have to have a six-pack.
amazing and a voice like this. No, you have to do that platform justice by having really amazing looking content, because the users of Instagram are used to seeing that kind of content. However, on TikTok, not so much, right?
No, you can just film things with your mobile phone. Even big brands do that.
Yeah, like Apple, a whole bunch of other brands within there have done a whole bunch of different pieces of content, all shot from their mobile phones, just to show how easy it is to both shoot content, edit it, and then push it out. There's also things like transition videos. These are massively, massively popular, where there's effects and they're really fast and they integrate music and dancing, and they're like 30 seconds long, but they get huge, huge amounts of views. So if you're looking at doing content on TikTok, don't just stick with, the normal boring
videos.
stuff. Have a really good look at what is going on in the space, and look at the different types of content creators, and see what you could do from your brand point of view to really kind of stand out. It definitely makes a difference if you put the effort in.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you may not get seen at all.
And on the platform, there are a lot of different things that you can use, like filters, different effects.
Heaps of effects. Massive
So
amount of
if
effects.
you are stuck for ideas, just go into the effects or look at what other creators have done to get ideas around how you could possibly do. You might have a really boring product like, I don't know, a light bulb, for example. And how do you make that exciting? I don't know, you could use effects to turn it on, or do different colors, or I don't know. You can do really, really creative stuff on that platform.
Yeah,
or on your phone.
there's a huge bunch of effects, lots of transitions, lasers, lights. You can mirror
Sounds.
yourself. Different music. You can choose different types of music. You can even choose the most trending music that is the most popular on the platform, which is very unique to TikTok. So there are so many different things that you can use. And if you are creative like us, you love that kind of stuff, because that is where we have the most fun, and really go crazy with all this stuff.
And it's not all about dancing, because when it
No.
first started, everyone was doing dance challenges, which is cool, but
It's not the main thing anymore.
it's not the main thing anymore. There's so many different how-to videos do really well, but really creative
Cooking does exceptionally well. They have this thing called Food Talk, which is all about how you cook, and it is blowing up massively across the board. They also have really how-tos, and also shopping to do with certain specific products, like fashion is also really popular. So again, when you're thinking about content, thinking about what you want to do, don't just stick with the normal, everyday, boring stuff, because that won't work on TikTok. In fact, even really beautiful looking content won't work on TikTok. The more authentic it looks, the more kind of shot from a mobile, and it's really stuttery and has, not high grade kind of production, that's what's going to work the best, actually. That's what gets the most engagement. So if you're looking at it, just use your phone, be creative,
not too polished.
have fun with it. Second TikTok tip of today.
TikTok tick today. TikTok tick is use.
TikTok tip.
I know, I can't even do it. Use creator resources. What is this? TikTok tick.
Creator resources. So there are a number of resources that you can use if you're an agency like ours, or even if you're a brand and you want to get a hold of certain things. Like, say you want to look at other ads that have run by your competitors. You can do that on TikTok. You can also do it on Facebook, but you can definitely do it on TikTok. There is a specific place where you can actually get and view other ads that have gone up on the platform that have targeted customers which are similar to yours. You can use those as a reference to kind of create content that's not similar, but use it as a reference to see what they're doing, so that you kind of stay away from it and look at, how to be a bit more creative with that kind of content. There's also an influencer platform within TikTok where you can actually find what they call white label influencers. So these are the people that you normally wouldn't get access to directly through a platform. Normally you'd have to go through an agency or a management company or a mixture of both in order to start a conversation with them. But through the platform, you can actually have a look at all their audiences, all their content, everything that's going on, and also start a conversation with them directly to potentially work with them, which I think is kind of cool. I think Instagram and Facebook could actually learn something from
I
TikTok.
think they'll be following soon. Yeah, I think the good thing, people get scared with using influencers sometimes because they
just don't know if
they don't know how to manage them, or they don't know if they'll appeal to their audience. But using a platform, their creator platform, you can find all different types of influencers and all different types of budgets, so fees. So, if you've got a smaller budget, you could choose an influencer with a smaller reach, but still as creative as you want them to be.
And that they have a lot of creator assets as well. So if you're looking at creating content, they also have things that you can use in order to help your content be edited and changed really fast and easily, and again from your mobile phone. I think they've put a lot of effort into the resources for creators, both whether you're a brand or an agency, but also if you're a content creator. I think they've done a great job in providing a suite, like a library of stuff, and you just pick and choose what you want to do. So that's very unique to the platform. I think it's one of their strongest points that you can use if you're looking at getting started, and definitely something that you should look out for and use because it's free, so it doesn't cost you anything, so why not use it?
Yeah.
Right, moving on to the third and final tip of the TikTok tips section for today.
TikTok tip.
You really can do
TikTok
it.
tip. I can't. It's the tip. Hashtag challenges cost money.
So when TikTok started, they were all challenge based, they were all dance based and music based, and that's probably what made it so successful. That and the fact that you can actually reach a much wider, larger audience than the other platforms like Instagram and Facebook. So because of that success, these things of turning a hashtag into an actual challenge has become a way that is very, very unique to TikTok. All the other platforms have hashtags, but they don't have content to back up the hashtag.
What's a hashtag challenge? Let's give an example. We did one, actually, on our page. Didn't we? Did we do a hashtag challenge? No, we did a dance in our...
It was a hashtag challenge, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So an example of a hashtag challenge is like there might be a favorite song that everyone is using, and it could be like hashtag creative talk, and then you have to do a 5-second or a 30-second dance to go along with that hashtag. Now, if you use that music, if you use the hashtag and you put those together on TikTok, that becomes a hashtag challenge. Now, as a brand, you can actually own one of these and create one for yourself, but it's not cheap. You need a lot of money in order to do those kind of challenges because you get a lot of support from the team directly, which I think is amazing. But it's not going to be for every business. It's not going to be for everyone. It's very much a huge cost to...
Probably the top tier brands are the ones. Think Apple, think Nike. They're the ones that can afford those.
Yeah, all those really massive global brands that you see that have huge buckets of cash, they're definitely going to be doing those types of challenges. But also the ones that you see in retail stores locally here as well, Australia and New Zealand, they're going to be doing those types of content pieces. So it might be if you're running a small business, that might not be the thing for you. But it doesn't mean that TikTok doesn't have a facility for you. It just means that that one is probably out of your price range. You should probably look at something else. And, they actually have quite a few different options that you can use in order to do something of like a paid spend, boosting content, and at the same time driving a lot of people to your page so that they keep seeing all your content.
Yeah.
So there's a huge amount of different assets that you can use. You can do boosted posts, which is very similar to boosting Facebook. And yes, you can turn it into a lead generation capture type scenario. You can also look at creating or putting something on the main screen of TikTok. So when you first open the app, the first thing that you will see is actually an advert. You can actually pay to have that space. It's quite cost effective if you've got the budget. Then that's a great way for you to measure and push up the success. But for me, I think the biggest value bang for buck is like having a piece of content and being able to boost it and then
Yeah.
getting the right people engaged with it.
Yeah, because some of those facilities don't allow to target audiences. So I think if you're going to spend the money, you want to target, say your core customer is a 25-year-old male. You want to be able to target the 25-year-old males in Australia or wherever it is. So yeah, the cost effective plus targeted is where you want to spend your money, I think.
And we have worked with platforms for a number of years, and the best way to understand a platform is probably to understand your customer first. Really understand why they're using that platform, and more importantly, how you're going to use it to talk to them. And with TikTok, it's not about talking at them, it's kind of talking with them in a way that they like. It's not even about you or your brand or your product. It's actually about what is something cool that you think they might engage with, and then creating the content and spending the money on advertising it in order to make that happen. And it's a very unique platform because of the video side. It's a lot more creative than YouTube ads. Hugely creative.
Yeah.
YouTube has become obviously the new television of today, and the ads on there are quite old looking now. They're quite boring, but there's still a lot of work that goes into YouTube in order to target people. But with TikTok, short, punchy 15-seconders are just as good as a 3-minute long advert on YouTube, if not better, because it's shorter, more attention, and it's kind of cheaper, which I think is really good.
Yeah. So if you are looking to target those Gen Zs and millennials, young millennials, TikTok is where it is.
I think it's going to grow too. As a platform, I think older people like myself, not because I'm in marketing, but actually after spending some time on TikTok for a while now, I actually enjoy the content. I've learnt a lot. You should see my messages that I send to Amber almost every day going, we should try this recipe. We should do this thing. Look, we should go visit this. All found on TikTok. All on TikTok. It's pretty crazy.
TikTok is your new thing, isn't it?
Well, it's got good content.
But see, it's not polished, right? That's why you like it as well.
No,
Why do
yeah,
you
it's
like
not.
Polished? It's very... It's like anyone can make it. That's the thing. A big brand, if it looks too polished, it's not going to get the cut through, I think. Whereas content creators on the channel, they do get cut through because they're just giving their information or their opinion or their expertise on something. Because you watch a lot of the Pimple Popper lady too, don't you?
We watch a lot.
And now
of
you've
that.
pulled me
Thank you
into
very
it,
much.
and it makes me feel a little bit sick
It's
inside.
my fault.
But now I'm obsessed.
It's not my problem. I watch a lot of things on TikTok. I watch UFC content, fighting. I even watched the Logan Paul fight on TikTok the other day because someone streamed it. And you're not supposed to, obviously, because it's illegal, but he did anyway. And it was really good coverage. All I wanted to see was who won. Which, Mayweather won, which I knew that would happen.
I thought the other dude won.
No, he didn't win.
Oh.
No. Well, I don't think he won. Pretty sure he
Who
didn't.
won?
Anyway, we've been talking about TikTok tips
TikTok tips.
for today.
TikTok.
If you want to learn more, you can obviously go to the TikTok website. There is a dedicated team and page now located in Sydney who are going to be taking care of you directly. You can absolutely reach out to them if you're a business looking at trying to get involved. But they will be able to offer a lot more resources around what it is that the platform is, how you can best look at using it, and give you direct support, which is, again, unlike most of the other platforms who kind of just take your money and don't really talk to you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. Nah.
You don't care. Because you're bazillionaires.
So I think in the closing remarks around TikTok, I truly believe it's going to be a massive growth platform. A lot of the other platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, have hit that peak. Their growth is not growing at all. I think they've reached their max on how big they're going to grow. I don't think it's going to be any more growth unless they become a platform that is going to happen in China or India.
Oh, yes. Like Facebook.
Like Facebook, yeah, or Google, or any of those. And they can't get in, which is one of the biggest positives, which we talked about in season 1 of this podcast. Why TikTok is so valuable to people who have brands, and if you're a content creator, is because you actually do get the whole world on one platform. You do not get that on Facebook. Facebook is limited to the Western and European side of audiences. You do not get Asia. You do not get China. You do not get India. They are blocked out from those platforms. But TikTok launched there. So they already have those audiences, which means if you think about it, if you're one really massive influencer in the Western world, where are you going to grow your audience? It's going to be through a platform like TikTok. Same if you're a big, massive brand and you want to extend your reach into a new market, that's where it's going to happen. So for me, I think TikTok is really just beginning. I think it's going to be one of those massive ones that everyone will end up taking all their money off everyone else and probably sinking it into there for a little while.
Yeah. TikTok. Tips.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Anyway, my name is Kapraska King. You're tuning into Creative Talk Podcast. This is my lovely wife, Am
The
King.
alliteration expert. TikTok
And-
tips. Did it.
You didn't do it.
That's a good end.
Didn't end. It wasn't good. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We will see you again next week. We're actually going to put a little bit more focus on making sure that we can do these every single week, and also make a little magic happen in our little tiny studio here
Ooh,
in
a little magic.
Port Melbourne.
Ring. TikTok tips.
That's us for this week. You guys take care. We'll talk to you again next week about something to do with maybe public relations, or maybe it's another social thing. We haven't decided, but pretty sure we will sometime soon.
We'll see you soon.
We'll do.